Chennai Super Kings versus Sunrisers Hyderabad at Chepauk. An exciting game. Is it going to be a rise of someone who's finally going to be able to qualify for the playoffs, keep their playoff race alive, and one of them would be virtually eliminated? Would it be the clash of the former titans that we would see? Or would it be two mediocre teams trying to prove who's more mediocre? That's exactly what happened today. So Hyderabad finally won the toss and elected to field first. A brave call by them to chase. But again, it's not like they were playing the table toppers. They were playing the team at the bottom, Chennai Super Kings. Hyderabad brought in Kamindu Mendes and Mohammad Shami in their lineup. They kept in Jayadev Unadkat even now. Chennai Super Kings dropped Overton, Shankar and Rachin Ravindra for Dewald Brevis, Deepak Huda and Sam Curran. So Chennai came off to bat. First ball, Shami got a wicket. Great seam positioning, typical test match bowling, typical Shami bowling. It clearly seemed like the pitch had some grip. It was not a 200 wicket. As we all know, Chepauk has some good grip in their pitches. They're usually dry. That seam up position by Shami was perfectly set up. Too much for a youngster. Probably too much for any batter, to be honest. It was that good of a ball. But then Shami pretty much fizzled out after that. Thanks to a 17-year-old sensation, Ayush Matre. He batted beautifully, a refreshing breath of fresh air for this dull Chennai Super Kings batting lineup. He was the only one playing T20 like it's meant to be played. Jadeja's promotion did not make sense at all to me. Neither it did to Jadeja because even he looked as clueless as we were. He did not know what his role was, whether to play a long innings or go for the shots. He wasn't connecting well, and after one odd boundary, he finally got caught. Actually, he finally got bowled. And then Dubey seemed a little stuck. He's clearly not in form. He clearly has some fitness issues as well. He can barely run 2 runs on the trot. I wonder how he would run if Virat Kohli was on the other end. Guaranteed run out. Another partner's run out for Virat Kohli's name. Dewald Brevis was looking in fine form. He was the only one who was trying to go for an above par target, trying to target 180, 190, possibly 200. Ayush Matre had gotten out quite early. He could not convert it into a big 50, 60, 70 run. But whatever he did, he gave a great momentum to Chennai Super Kings. Even though they kept losing wickets, it was only Dewald Brevis at one end who kept the runs flowing for Chennai Super Kings. It clearly seemed like they would get an above par total. The rest of the batsmen just had to be there until Kamindu Mendes' brilliance on field, and what a catch. It was not only a guaranteed boundary, but he saved the boundary as well as got out a set batsman. That was the turning point of the game because that saved 20 to 30 runs for Hyderabad. What could have been an above par total and completely pushed Hyderabad out of the game, that one catch changed completely. After Dewald Brevis, it was completely dull. When MS Dhoni came out, there were expectations, but sadly he could not connect well. Seems like they have figured him out or his time is up. I think it's too much to ask from MS Dhoni when none of the middle batters except Dewald Brevis or at the top, Ayush Matre, could do more. The innings folded to a below par total of around 150, 160. Was it going to be enough? Or was Hyderabad going to finish it as quick as possible? But like I said, when two mediocre teams clash, it's a competition of not about who's the better team. It's more about who deserves the last place more. Hyderabad lost wickets quite early. Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head both. Klaasen got out as well. Ishan Kishan seemed like a man on mission and wanted to finish this game off, but sadly perished. And overall, Hyderabad was not looking for rash shots after they lost the quick wickets. Noor Ahmed, Khalil Ahmed, Anshul Kamboj and Ravindra Jadeja kept it very tight until the 12th over when Patirana was introduced. It didn't make sense to bring him up at the beginning because rest of the bowlers were doing the job. But now, Patirana gave away the momentum, bit by bit, slowly, or as they say in Punjabi, hole hole. Slowly, the grip of the game was losing from Chennai Super Kings to Sunrisers Hyderabad, even though Hyderabad was losing wickets in regular intervals. There's not much to say after that except that Kamindu Mendes and Nitish Kumar Reddy kept a calm head and played off Patirana quite well because he was not as lethal as he used to be. Clearly, he's having the worst of the season I've ever seen Patirana ever have. Sunrisers Hyderabad somehow managed to win it. If there were 15-20 runs more, I guarantee you Chennai Super Kings would have pulled off a win today because they were bowling a lot smarter, except if Noor Ahmed and Patirana had not leaked away easy runs for Sunrisers Hyderabad. It did seem Sunrisers Hyderabad was batting with a better approach, but sadly, they kept on losing wickets regularly. Most likely, both of them are not going to qualify this year. One of them has an outside chance, like Sunrisers Hyderabad, because they have 6 points now. But I highly doubt they'll be able to compete with the teams at the top right now. Chennai Super Kings at least has accepted their fate and are trying to get a best 11 for next year. They're preparing the youngsters. They look fresh. They still seem hungry, preparing for the next season. If you ask me, next season I think Chennai Super Kings is going to make a roaring comeback. Is MS Dhoni going to be playing? I think he will, because there's a lot of commercial value attached to it. There's no other superstar sorts left in Chennai Super Kings. So MS Dhoni is going to be face again. Will they buy someone else in auction? I highly doubt a marquee player will be signed for Chennai Super Kings. They'll have some key signings for the batsmen and bowlers here and there, but I highly doubt a big face of Chennai will be signed next year. So we're probably going to be seeing MS Dhoni next year as well. The difference between Pat Cummins and Josh Hazlewood and Mitchell Starc is they're great test bowlers. They know how to be patient with the batsmen. They know how to get those wickets. But in T20s and in the shorter format, I think Josh Hazlewood and Mitchell Starc have better variety, which is why they are more talked about and more successful in the shorter format. Pat Cummins, he should stick to his strengths. Pat Cummins and these Australian bowlers rely on bounce and pace and those great test lineup, basically test match line and lengths. Josh Hazlewood and Mitchell Starc have slowly learned the art of T20 bowling, where they mix up their variations, the slower deliveries and all of that. Pat Cummins is not used to that. He's used to more about breaking the patience of the batsman, starving those easy runs. This year he tried to do a lot of variations, and which is why he went for runs. But today he showed why he's Pat Cummins. I really think this was one of the best T20 spells I've seen by Pat Cummins, because what he did was he kept on bowling like a test match. He kept on bowling at the same area that was troubling the batsman at good length and hard lengths with extra bounce and decent amount of pace. Not easy for any batsman to hit, let alone just Chennai Super Kings batsmen who are not in form. So that really started off the runs, and because they had to play a shot to go for the runs, they ended up playing those loose shots to those good deliveries. So basically, patience is the key for Pat Cummins' bowling. I think he will keep this same sort of bowling style in the rest of the matches as well, and we will see Pat Cummins getting more wickets. He's the kind of bowler who should not rely on different variations like Josh and Starc do. He's the kind of bowler who's going to test the batsman's patience. A mini test match battle within a T20 game. That's Pat Cummins for you. Overall, the turning point was definitely Dewald Brevis' catch. If he had stayed up 20-30 runs more above par total, the result would have been completely in favour of Chennai Super Kings, even when Noor and Pathirana leaked runs. So that's how important that catch was. Man of the match. Again, Camino Mendes, he got key wickets, he got the most turning point, he got the most important catch, the turning point itself, and ensured his team, without any hiccups, won comfortably at the end. So that's it for the post-match analysis. Now let's get on to the preview of Kolkata Knight Riders versus Punjab Kings. Is it going to be a revenge by Kolkata at Eden Gardens versus Punjab? Are they going to avenge their embarrassing defeat from Mullanpur, where they could not even chase 111 runs? Or are we going to see a one-sided battle favouring Punjab Kings yet again? Unless Kolkata Knight Riders make some key changes, I do not think they will have a chance against a hungry side like Punjab Kings, which is definitely looking for a playoff position and then try to go and win on the title. Kolkata Knight Riders should remove Venkatesh Iyer and Andre Russell and bring in Roman Powell and at least Manish Pandey. They should have a more stable middle order. They can still try with Sunil Narine in the opening, but do not rely on him as a batsman. He's just a bonus. People have been putting too much pressure on him. Like I said, when Kabir used to be the mentor, all he told Sunil Narine was, even one run from you is like a bonus for us. Whenever you're batting, we assume the score of Kolkata Knight Riders is 0 for 1. So whatever you do, whatever you express yourself freely is a bonus for us. Your key job is as a bowler. So his responsibility used to be very clear. At this point, he's been taken as a batsman quite seriously. Lots of analysts and cricket pundits have started blaming for Narayan's form for Kolkata's loss. I mean, that's just unfair. What Kolkata should do is forget that Narayan's opening, let him open, but do not rely on him. Then they should continue with Gurbaz and Rahane. Number 4, Raghuvanshi. Maybe Manish Pandey at number 5 or Sisodia, depending on the combination. They should definitely bring in Roman Powell. He's the West Indies team's cricket captain. Definitely going to be an upgrade to Andy Russell, a better bowler, probably a better fielder as well, considering Russell's fitness issues. And Russell has not been doing much with the bat. So even if Roman Powell doesn't work, it's not going to make much of a difference. At least you would have tried a new player. And then they should continue with Rinku Singh and Ramandeep. Maybe Ramandeep deserves another chance, but give him clarity. He also sometimes has to come up in the middle order and he has no clue how to play. I remember during Kabir's time, he used to get barely 1 or 2 overs and he had a clear job. Smash from the ball one, regardless of the situation. Right now, I've been seeing Ramandeep trying to play those defensive shots, which don't make sense. Ramandeep is the kind of guy who used to go for big hits right from ball one. Why isn't he given that role? So Kolkata Knight Riders have a lot of changes to make, key changes. They might bring in an extra pacer as well. Maybe bring in Moeen Ali still. Definitely Moeen Ali actually, because it's going to be Eden Gardens. And maybe promote him up the order as well. Maybe at number 4, number 5. And maybe you don't have to play Manish Pandey. But whatever it is, there's lots of key changes Kolkata Knight Riders should make. Will they drop their vice-captain Venkatesh Iyer? Will they drop their key player, retained player, Andy Russell? I highly doubt it. If they want to make a chance to go up to the playoffs, this is the key changes they have to make. If you still see Venkatesh Iyer and Russell playing tomorrow, I guarantee you Kolkata is not going to win. Regardless of what total they post, regardless of what total is going to be defended. I definitely think Punjab Kings has an edge and they will definitely go on to win. So that's it from today's video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do press the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to it. And do go follow me on my Instagram because I post my predictions on my Instagram stories every day. So until the next video where we'll be discussing KKR's rise from the ashes like a phoenix or a season over for the champions. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.